Well, welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, we're at home. I'm just going to pot up these condor potatoes. I've added a little bit of blood fish and bone into the bottoms, but I'm going to cover them up to where the chit is. Can't do it inside, which you won't be able to see. So I'm just going to leave the chit because the roots will come out by the chit, and once they get a feel for the compost around them, they'll soon sprout. So we'll do a little bit of pause and record and get those done, and then we'll have a little look at how I've been chitting this month. And the last one, we've got just an eye of a chit. I cut it out of another potato, and I'm going to see whether we can get just the chit that we cut out, the eye potato. So I'll mark that up separately, but I'll get these labelled up so we know what they are, and we'll have a look at the how my chitting's going on. So the pros and cons of chitting your seeds. Most of the peppers, etc., are fine. They'll germinate and pop up when they're ready. That one's just threw its seed head off and it's ready to go in now. And then there's others that have just popping their little tails out. That one over there. Brassicas can be an issue because they tend to get caught up in the tissue. I haven't had any issues with that one there, but some of the others, the Brussels especially, they ended up like that. We had to actually take all of them out. I'll show you them shortly. And I've got a few. I've had what I need, but basically by chitting them you can actually see the viable seeds and then start potting them on once they're sorted. And I'm quite pleased with how a lot of these have actually turned out. But we'll have a little look now across the board of what we've got potted up. I know there's a few people that don't like chitting the seeds because they forget to water. Yes, I'm guilty as well. But by chitting them, I ensure that I haven't got any pots with seeds that may not germinate. And just a quick reminder, the video will pop up on the end screen for the Freetoo gloves and a free sample. Have a look at that video. But as you can see, I've popped the chitted seeds in now. These are the ones that went straight through the tissue, so we'll leave them. We'll cover those over now you've seen that. We had a few the same there, but then others were quite easy to just separate. I need to separate those lettuce. They were sprinkled, they were just sowed as normal, but I put loads of seeds in there and there's not many come up, so I've marked the packets, so if that's, which one's that? Oh no, that's one that's probably chitted, that's just not quite made the surface. Celery there, it's looking okay. That's one of the pongos, the only one that I've managed to get to maturity. And I'll use a spray bottle just to soften those shells so that it helps the sunflower pop off. And obviously I've moved stuff into the greenhouse grow room. The potatoes are taking over, but hopefully we'll have some nice new potatoes there. So we've got some of the pak choi. As you can see, it's leaning the wrong way, so I'll put it there so it leans towards the light. And there we've got some, I think it's lettuce that we've potted up. I'll keep taking some out of that into other pots, so we get them at all different stages. And just behind there we've got some more. Just keep potting them up. Got the condors at the far side, Steve's single potato challenge there, some other, the onions, and some of the long chilies for Malvern. Just show you the difference there between a pak choi that's been potted on and one that's been left in the pot. Always remember, the more room you give your vegetables, the quicker and the better they will be. Some giant carrots there and some more of the chard, and my beets have not done as well as the top grower. They're up the allotment now. They've been potted up into at least 20-litre buckets containers. But it won't be long before I need to do something with the carrots. And you do everything different with the carrots. You give them energy, you give them food, you cut the roots off just so that they throw more roots out to gain weight. This side we've got another pak choi. So the compost, homemade compost. So this one was the microwave soil, the cherry bell. One little weed there and nothing else. That's the homemade without microwaving. And there's I'm not looking where I'm pointing, but there's a big weed in the bottom there. There's more weeds than there is on the others. That's the microwave again. Let's see if I can keep pointing just one little weed in the middle of the screen there. Not much at all. I don't think it's really worth doing. And then another homemade, and this one has got loads of weeds in it. So is it worth the electricity to do it? I don't think it is. But if I did microwave again, I'd have to leave it on for longer because we still get seeds coming through. And some more of the peppers, chili peppers, etc. I took a couple of cuttings off that perennial kale, and hopefully that will grow. What we got there, that's a giant carrot. That's a Joe Long chili there. And there's some of the spring onions, bunching onions, another giant carrot, and then the sunflowers. Keep turning them round, but that's the Mammoth Mora for the hashtag Sunflower Long Challenge 22. Won't be long before we're getting those into the polytunnel. Yeah, so chitting suits me, and these are the tomatoes that we just lay on top of the compost and put in the fridge and left them to overwinter. I've brought them in now in the warmth and given some moisture. But yeah, chitting suits me because of the space I've got in the heat, etc. And all the trays are down there, out the way, reduce light, until they throw their little tails out, or even the top bits, and we pop them on. Just leave in the comments what you do, whether you think it's worth it or not. But this suits me, it doesn't suit everyone. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.